All right, we're gonna be making the bracers now. Okay, so you're gonna be making 2 of these. I'm gonna show you how to make one, and then you'll know how to make the other. So the underside is a collapsing compression style connection. This piece is gonna help tension fit this to your arm. You're gonna wanna have this part be angled down, okay? It'll make it easier to put on with one hand. All right, there you go. Bam, bracer yourself. For this video, I'm going to show you with a bike tire tube. Bike tire tubes you can get at any bike shop for free. Just go and ask for the popped tubes. We included this like webbing for you in this kit. All right, so these are all the pieces you're gonna need to assemble your bracer. You've got your clip, your strap, your spikes. This is sort of like the debossed section, the decorative bump out, if you will. And then this is the foundation. All right, so first we're gonna start with forming and shaping the foundation. So you kind of wanna form it like this, sort of like an array of a crunch, okay? That is gonna help it fit around your arm. You can use your knee, you can use the edge of the table to shape this. The great thing about cardboard is that you can really manipulate it into a whole bunch of different shapes. All right. So there you go. Good fit. Cool. So if your arm is a little smaller, you might have to cut a little more here, or I would suggest a little more here to allow yourself the ability to flex your arm like that without it feeling like it's pinching here or down here, okay? Now it still really wants to spring back like that, so I'm gonna crunch it even more. I'm really gonna try to like break the memory of this, okay? That's gonna help when you're taping the pieces together. All right, now I'm gonna roll it up. That's gonna help. Give it a good squeeze. Okay. There you go. That's good. When it wants to retain that shape by itself, you know that you're ready for the next section, okay? I'll put that right there. These pieces are very thin right here, so they might rip as you're flexing this, okay? But that's all right. Crack that, flex it, just like this. Prep those. I'm gonna do one and the other. This is going to be for the second bracer, so I can actually just set this over here. So we have this. Now we have all these spikes. Should be 7. Yep. I'm going to get some tape. I'm going to tear this tape into smaller pieces like this, and then even smaller pieces, okay? All right, boom, I've got a lot of little pieces. I'm gonna take these, and as I fold these spikes, just like that on these little marks, these are little scores, I'm gonna take a piece and tape it together. Spike prepped. Boom. All right, so we've got these assembled. Now all the rest of this tape can go towards putting these pieces onto the bracer. Let's start with putting this onto this foundation. You can kind of flip it around and see which way you would want it to fit. But I'm going to match these 3 holes with these 3 holes. Doink. Just like that. All right. I'm going to match this point right here with the point of that. And I'm going to add a piece of tape. While it's bent, I'm going to add the tape right over the side. Now here is an important part. This is still disconnected right here. I'm going to take this and slide it underneath here. Okay? To about the middle. And then I'm going to continue to tape this down. So this is just a quick tape job. I'm going to suggest that you tape more of this on, but this is just to show you where things are placed. I'm going to take the buckle. I'm going to put the piece with the teeth on the underside over here. Okay. There we go. On the other side, I'm going to put that on the top. Now, often I'll staple things, but with this, since it's rubber tie, I'm probably just going to tie it, okay? Rubber tie is great, but eventually it wears out. That's why we included the webbing. All right, like that, snip it. If it's the webbing, I suggest that you staple it if you can. Make sure that it is nice and tight against this portion with a little bit of overlap here. That way, when you attach this, it will overlap and you can pull this for more of a compression. I'm going to position this here and I'm going to tape this down so the rubber tie doesn't keep moving. Now, if the tape is too close up in here, it will only let you cinch it down just so far. So you just be aware of that, okay? I'm going to snip some of this excess. All right, now I'm going to add the spikes. There we go. 1, 2 piece of tape. This pyramid can flex like this. So I'm going to set it up so that the ridge of the bracer is in line with this ridge. Just like that. Because it's spanning a curve. It's not a flat surface. Okay, I'm going to add all 3 of them. All right, boom. I'm going to add the spikes to here and here. So if tape is covering this up, I'm going to look on the inside and poke a hole out from there. There we go. And there we go. Now I know where to put the center of my pyramid. So I would add tape around the edges of the spikes to reinforce those before I paper mache them. But you're pretty much done. Now you can make the other bracer. Tighten it up, and you're good to go. All right. Good job.